Hi guys, can you hear me? Sorry for the late. Yeah, again there is other meeting. Okay, can you hear me, guys? Can you please respond?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Good morning. So yesterday, what we discussed. Can anyone tell me what is structural testing? What is structural testing, guys? Anyone? What is functional testing? Anyone? I told you right. Every day I will ask the questions. Okay, so you need to prepare. Okay, it's not like attending the classes. Okay, so the time is very important, guys. So what is structural testing? Can anyone? What is functional testing? Who will do the structural testing? Who will do the functional testing? Anyone?
Developer do the structural testing and functional testing done by the QA.
Excellent. So what is BVA? What is BVA? What is called BVA, guys? Hmm. What is BVA? Boundary value analysis, right? So that technique we will follow. Boundary value analysis is very important. So first you need to understand, guys, what developer will do, what testing team will do. So basic thing, okay. So why developer need to do the testing? That is very important, right? We already QA team is already there. Then why developer need to do the testing? Because whatever the code is written by the development team, right, they need to check at least one time whether the code is working properly or not. So that the reason they will do what? White box testing. Okay, so there are many names will be there: white box testing and glass box testing, transparent box testing, clear box testing. There are many names will be there. Okay, let's see. Hmm. So here first you need to understand what developer will do, guys. So what developer will do? Developer is always go through what requirements. Based on the requirements, what developer will do? What is the developer role? So developer will always write the code. So try to understand, developer is always write the code. This is everyone knows, right? How developer implemented the code. Suppose is implemented the login page. Okay, implemented the login page. So we cannot test directly in the development environment. Okay, tester will not test this code in the developer environment. Environment means what? A system or a server. Okay, so developer will not, the testing team cannot test in the development environment. Once the code is done, right, what developer will do? Developer will push the code to in the server. This is the server. Server is nothing but what? Env, environment. So this is the server. Okay, in real time we'll see how it will works. Okay, env will be there. QA server, production server, QA environment, production environment, and dev environment will be there. Okay, this is the server. Okay, what developer will do? Developer, once the code is done, right, once the code is done, again what developer will do? Code review. See, this is one of the most important one. Code review part will be there. Okay, code review part will be there. Before, once the code is done, right, what developer will do? White box testing. So white box testing is done, then code review. Once the code review is done, then the developer, what developer will do? This code, whatever the code is there, right, this code will check in into the server. See, this is what code, right? This code we will not understand, right? This all code will be converted in the form of what? Anyone have idea? Build. See, this is very important. They will give you what? A build, not code. Okay, this build assigned to whom? To the QA. So if you understand this process, right, you can go for interview today itself. So this QA guy, what QA will guy will do? He will not see the code, right? It's a white box. They can see the code, but black box will never see the code. The build is nothing but what? URL. They will give the URL. URL is nothing but any domain name, abc.com or amazon.com. So URL will come. When you click this URL, right? What is your expected result? Can anyone tell me what is your expected result? Login page should be displayed. If login page is not displaying means what? This is the bug. Okay. So this process, say this is what a dev environment. Dev, what dev is do? Always will do writing the code or implementing the code or fix the code or enhance the new code. Okay, once the development is done, they will do what? A unit level testing or a white box testing or a component box testing or a transparent testing or a clear box testing. Once the development is done, then they will push the code into in the form of build. This build will be assigned to the QA. What QA will do? See here, what we are doing here, black box testing. We not see any code here. If you observe this, we are not seeing anything here. But how we are testing? Can anyone tell me how we are testing? Based on requirements and
Requirements.
functionality. Yes, excellent. Requirements and functionality. See, our job is very easy. Simply, if you know the requirements and you know the functionality, what is the functionality of login? See, all the functionalities are not same. Yesterday I told you login functionality is different, logout functionality is different, close functionality is different. Okay, expand functionality is different. There are different functionalities will be there. Based on that, you need to test your application. Don't think that only every functionality will be the same. Okay, there are lot of difference between the component to component. Okay, there are lot of difference between the component to component. Okay, make sure that its login is working properly or not. We never see the code. That's the reason I told you, right? You can test the Java related application, .NET related application, C Sharp related applications, Python related application. So what is the testing benefit? You can go with any project, not like specific. See, now I'm a Java developer. I need to go only Java projects only. I don't have any other option. If I'm going C sharp, right, I need to check with the C sharp projects only. But testing is not like that. If you have the skill of testing, you can choose anything. You can go with any project. Okay, only here what is required? Domain knowledge and functionality. You need to understand the domain knowledge and you need to understand the functionality. Are you getting right what I'm trying to say? So this is very important, guys. So what are the testing types? There are two types: structural testing. Another is what? Functional testing. This is the basic. Who want to continue into the testing side? Basic things. Still, people are not given a proper answer in the interview. Even I'm in the interview panel. I asked many guys to. They said I did certification in testing also, but they don't know what exact process of testing. Okay, so not important. Certifications are not important. Theoretical and practical knowledge is both are very important. Okay, most of the people they will say that 5 years of experience, 6 years of experience, but they don't know what practical knowledge. Okay, so this is very important. No need to buy heart. First, you need to understand who will do the white box testing and who will do the black box testing. Okay, I told you right yesterday the difference between the black box and white box. See, if you observe that you are giving input, we don't know what exact output will come because we don't know the code. But how we will confirm your output is correct or not? Based on the requirement. See, always I will get a question mark. This is right or not. I'm giving some inputs. I'm getting some output. That output is correct or not. How I can confirm without knowing any code? Simply I refer what? Requirements and functionality. If you understand this point, you can start testing today itself. Okay, no need to wait for 25 days. Okay, you can take any application, start testing, because you are giving input and you are getting some output. This output is correct or not, and now you need to confirm whether this output is correct or not. In that case, what we need to do? Developer means he will check the code, but testing team means we never see the code, right? Then how we will confirm? We will simply confirm with the requirements and functionality. Okay, and many people they will ask, sir, I don't know any programming knowledge. Can I continue in the manual? Yes, you can. So not required any single programming knowledge. Okay, sir, I'm not computer science. I'm background of a mechanical engineer. I'm a civil engineer, or I'm BSc non-computers. So no problem. You anyone can start testing. Okay, so not required. Programming knowledge is not required. But white box. Suppose you want to go with the development side means. Programming knowledge is 100% is required. Implementation knowledge, see logic and that not required for black box testing. Implementation means how the logic and all the things like the white box means you need to require the implementation knowledge. And how we are testing, see requirement specification, this point is very very important. How we are testing based on the requirements and specifications. The white box developer is always go with the design documents. After design document they will go with requirement specification, design document analysis, then they will start the coding. Okay, so these are
Hello,
the two.
Srini. You
Yeah,
are
yeah,
not
yeah,
sharing
go
the
ahead.
screen, I think.
I think I shared, right?
No.
Is it? Oh, oh, I think you not see all this diagram part. Can you confirm?
Yeah, it's visible now.
Previously, you have not seen all these things. Okay. Okay, please, guys, you can respond. Okay, the otherwise we don't know, right? What is happening here? Okay, so this is what I'm trying to say. Developer will write the code. Once the code is done, right? What the developer will do? Developer will check the code into the server. Okay, and the code will be converted in the form of what build. This we can call it as what build. This build will assign to whom? To the QA. Okay, and the QA will get what URL. Okay, will not get the code. Okay, will never see the code. So that's the reason we'll see only the URL. Okay, once we URL we get, right, what is our expected result? Login page. So this is what dev process, this is what QA process. Okay, so developer is always write the code and modify the code and enhance the code. Okay, this is what the developer role. What QA role? What is QA role? Validate and verification. Validation, you need to check whether it is working as per the given requirements or not. Okay, and now what I'm telling is what is the difference between the black box testing and white box testing. See, we always get the question mark. You are giving input and you are getting some output. This output is correct or not, how you will confirm? Based on the requirements and functionality. See, when you're talking about developer, right, developer knows his input and developer is knows his output, because he only writing the logic and he only writing the application code, right? He knows what output it is. But whereas in testing case, in tester case, we don't know that output. Okay, you are just giving the input. Okay, once you got that output, right, this output is correct or not, how you will confirm? Based on the requirements and functionality. Okay, is it clear, guys? Anybody have any questions? Hmm. Now, one of the important interview question. Okay, this is the campus interview question. Okay, what is SDLC? What is SDLC? What is meaning of SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. So this is one of the most important one. See, before we start the project, okay, before we start the project in any organization, what they will follow? They follow the SDLC process. What is called SDLC process? It consists of detailed plan describing how to develop. See, we will not suppose, see, once we got the project, we will not start immediately testing, right? There is some process will be there. First, we need to learn that process. So, what is SDLC? SDLC is nothing but what? Software Development Life Cycle. It consists of detailed plan describing how to develop the project, how to maintain the project, how to replace. See, this solution is not working, then we cannot stop there, right? We need to go for alternative solution. So replace and alter or enhance of specific software. Okay, this all will be given in where? In SDLC. SDLC is nothing but what? The software development life cycle. This life cycle defines the methodology. Why we are using SDLC? Because to improving the quality of software. So if you are not follow the SDLC also not a problem, but you will not get quality software. Why we are using SDLC? To improving the quality of software. Interview question they will ask you directly, can you define what is SDLC? Can you tell me what is exact, what does the SDLC and what are the SDLC phases? We have some phases will be there. Okay, before we start the project, what is required? Requirements. First phase is what? We are going with what? Requirement phase. Once the requirements we got right, then what we need to do? Analysis, whether we can do or not. All the requirements we cannot do, right? So first we need to collect what? Requirements. Once the requirement phase is done, then we need to go with what? Analysis, whether we can do or not. Now I have the money, now I have the organization, but people are not there, then resources is not there, then so it's not like project means developer and tester. Okay, there are many people are involved in the project. Okay, first phase is what? Requirement capture. Once the requirements is done, then we need to go with analysis. Analysis means what? There are a lot of analysis will be there: risk analysis, risk mitigation, risk strategy, metrics, and tools, and resources. Mainly resources is important. Why they're selecting campus interview like 100 people or 200 people? Why they're selecting? Because we want resources. Resources is very very important. If resources is not available means, then how the IT companies will work? Okay, resources are very 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 important, okay, for any project. So first is what? We are not directly go to the testing. There are a lot of phases will be there. First is what? Requirement phase. Once the requirement phase is done, then we need to go with analysis, whether we can do or not. That is also we need to check. Once it is analysis part is done, then they will start with the design process. Once the design process is done, then developer are involved. So in interview they will ask you, in SDLC, in what phase you are involved? Can anyone? In SDLC, in what phase you are involved? Anyone? In software development life cycle, in what phase you are involved? Testing phase. So you are not involved in the requirements, you are not involved in analysis, you are not involved in design, you are not involved in the coding. You are involved in where? In testing phase. Once the code is done, then tester will be involved. Okay, so most of the people they read all these things. SDLC means requirement, and I don't read, try to understand before getting into the project. What are the SDLC phases like? Requirement capturing. First phase is what? Requirements. The once the requirements is done, then second phase is what? Analysis. Once the analysis part is done, then design part. Once the design part is done, then they will start writing the coding. The developer will start writing the coding. Once the code part is done, then testing team is involved. We are involved in which phase? In testing phase. Once the tester will give the confirmation, yes it is working as expected, then only they will go with implementation. Implementation is nothing but installation and all that, and release. Once the release the product, and finally what we are doing? Support and maintenance. So this is very 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 important straightforward question in interview. They will ask you, can you define what is SDLC and tell me what are the SDLC phases? So you cannot break this cycle. I remember design, support, and requirement, and analysis. You cannot say like that. This is the cycle. Okay, without requirements we cannot go with analysis. Without analysis we cannot go with the design. Without design we cannot write the code. Without code we cannot test. So you cannot say testing, coding. If you say like that in interview, right, they will reject you. So you need to tell in particular order. Okay, this is the order. Like with requirements. Once the requirements is done, then only you need to go with what? Analysis. Once the analysis part is done, then we need to go with the design. Once the design is done, then only you can go with the coding. Once the coding is done, then only we can go with the testing. Once the testing part is done, then only we can go with the implementation. Once the implementation is done, then only we can go with the support and maintenance. Without release you cannot give support and maintenance, right? That is the meaningless. Now you are telling, can you tell me what is SDLC? Means support and maintenance and requirement capturing. If you tell in like different order means that will not be accepted. Okay, so anybody have any question? Do you understand this one? So SDLC is very very important. Why we are using SDLC means improving the quality of software. So if you are not using all the things, only you are started coding and testing means no one will, it won't give the good results, it won't give the good results. Are you getting? Is it clear, guys? Anybody have any questions so far? Please ask the question, guys, because this is very, I told you, right? This is not classroom sessions, okay? Like I'm sharing the notes, you are writing the notes. It's not like that, okay? It's a purely interaction sessions. Here only we discuss about in real time. I'm not telling notes, material. Don't ask all the things, okay? I will share you all the material and notes also, but try to understand the concept. If you understand the concept, right, after 1 year also you got any opportunity testing means no need to refer any notes, and today only you can go for interview, not a problem, if you understand the concepts. Okay, so SDLC is very very important. So far what we learn, guys, what is testing, what is the testing types, and what is SDLC. So these all are interview questions only. Okay, what is testing, what are the types of testing, what is positive testing and what is negative testing, and what is the testing techniques. Yesterday we saw BVA. What is called BVA? Boundary value analysis. This is one of the most important one. Okay, boundary value analysis. Okay, anybody have any questions? And this terminology, say we are telling requirement capture analysis and all the things, right? You can use these words: planning, defining, designing, building, testing and deployment. See, these terminologies, the same words, requirement capturing, analysis, but we are telling in a good way. Like planning, first phase is what? Planning. Defining, analysis. Designing, we are designing. Building, right, coding. Testing, once the testing is done, then we need to go with the deployment. You can go with any organization, they follow what? SDLC process. Without SDLC process they won't start any project. Today's got project means we will not, today only will not start testing, right? First is what? Requirement capture. Once we planning is very very important. Even for your job is also planning is very very important. Without planning you cannot crack your interview. First you need to plan how to attend the interviews, how, in what way will get that opportunity. You need to think all the things, then only you need have proper plan. Analysis is very very important. Okay, I'm offering a .NET job, you don't know anything about .NET, you cannot accept that job, right? First you need to analyze means what? You need to think whether I can do this job or not. Like similarly, once the project will come, right, first they will think whether we can do this project or not. So there are a lot of things will be there. I told you, right? Risk strategy, metrics calculation, resources. Mainly I told you resources are very very important. That's the reason if you see the campus interview, right, 100 people, more than 100 people they hire at a time, because we want resources. Okay, later we will give training and all the things. Okay, first we will check only a communication. That is what yesterday I told you. If you have a proper communication, okay, tell me about yourself and what is your roles and responsibility. If you are able to tell that one, you are passed for the interview. Okay, most of the people they won't tell. At least they will not tell introduce yourself, and they not tell what is your roles and responsibilities. That is the first question. If you go with any interview, not only testing, if you go with any call center job also, they will ask you this question: can you introduce yourself and tell me about your roles and responsibilities? What is your role and what is your responsibilities? Okay, so that all we will see practically, don't worry. Okay, now this is 8:43, right? It will take a lot of time. Okay, just today I will tell you, before we start the project, there are few documents will be there. I told you, right, testing means what? Requirements. Based on the requirements only we can do the testing. So we have basic documents will be there. BRS. What is called BRS? Anyone have idea? BRS. What is called BRS? BRS is nothing but what? A business requirement specification document. Okay, so uh, see, can anyone answer? Can we talk directly to the client? as a developer, as a tester, you are a tester. Now you can directly talk with the client. Is it possible?
No.
Yes or no? No.
No, sir.
No.
No, we cannot directly talk to the client. If you directly to talk to the client means you are telling all your problems. My salary is not increasing and this and that you are telling. So we'll never interact with the client. Okay, that is the business logic. So how we need to interact with the client? Okay, in case you got any questions or anything related to the project related things, how we will interact with the client? So there is a one person will be there, okay, and that person we call it as what? BA, business analyst. You can also go with a business analyst if you have a good communication skills, you have a good passion, you can become a BA, business analyst. What business analyst will do? Simple thing. Business analyst, what business analyst will do? Business analyst will collect the information from the client, and that information will passes to the organization. Simple. The business analyst is not non-technical guy. He don't know what exactly, but what this guy will do, collect the information from the client. Suppose our client is Durga. Hey Durga, what you want? I want some application for my training institute. Okay, he will write that point. And what features you want? I want AI chatbot in the application. Okay, the same information will brings to the organization. This project we is handling by some other software company. That information, that BA, what the BA will do, he will collect the information from the client. That information will giving to the organization. That is only we can go, that process is done by who? BA. Okay, BA means what? Business analyst. That person will make it as a one document. That document we can call it as what? Business requirement specification. See, this is what I talk with the Durga. Durga is saying that I want online application, and also I want AI chat box. Okay, that is one only with, that is what normal things, right? This is a common message, but that common message we need to convert it into technically. That what we can say, that all conversion we can call it as what? SRS. What is called SRS? Software requirement specification document. So once we collect the information from the client, right, what client expectations, and all that information will convert it into SRS. SRS means software side, like how we will implement those things, what client expectations and all the things. That all converted into the SRS. In SRS there are two phases. One is developer phase, another is what? The QA phase. What developer will do? Just now we discussed, right? A developer will not immediately won't write the code. So developer will go with what? Designs. They have some designs. The designs is nothing but what? Architectural designs, DB designs, UI designs, UML designs. There are a lot of design will be there. Okay, first they will finalize the design. Once the finalize the designs is done, then they will start writing the coding. Once the code is done, I told you, right? Code review. What is code review? Senior person will review your code. Sir, I will write as I like means they won't accept it. Okay, whatever you are writing the code, that code should be a coding standards. There are some coding standards will be there. You cannot give variable like a b c 143. You cannot give like that. Okay, there are coding standards will be there. You need to follow the coding standards. Okay, so once the code is done and code review is done, the code review is passed, then what you are doing? Unit level testing. What is called unit level testing? Can anyone? Unit level testing means what? Just now we discussed, right? What is unit level testing? Unit level testing is nothing but white box testings.
White box test.
White box testing. See, that is what it very very important. Developer means what? Suppose in case you are also going with the development side, you need to This is mandatory, 100%. Whatever you are writing the code, right? That code you need to check at least one time. Okay, once you done with the code review, right? Code review, then you need to do unit level testing. Once the unit level testing is done, then you need to go with integration testing. This is very very important. We will discuss what is integration testing. Integration testing is very 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 important. Okay, so the developer job is done. You can go with 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years. This job role is same. What developer will do? Developer will write the code, code review, unit level testing, integration testing. You can go with 1 year, or if you go with the 10 years, or if you go with more than 10 years, what is your role? This is only your role, like going through the requirements, going through the designs, and start writing the coding. Code review is done, unit level testing is done, and you need to perform unit level testing. So this process we can call it as what, development process. What about QA? Now you are the QA guy. See, without coding, we can't do any testing, right? That is what we learn in SDLC: requirement analysis, designing, coding, testing. So once the coding part is done, then you are involved. So where you will start? See, test plan. See, this is one of the most important one. The test plan. So who will design the test plan? Anyone have idea? Who is prepared the test plan? Hmm. Can anyone tell me? Any have idea? Test plan. Who will design the test plan? Your test lead. Okay, your test lead will design the test plan. So based on the test plan, we need to start with test scenarios. Scenarios means, I will tell you. See, now I'm asking, test the water bottle. In water bottle, what you will test? Can anyone tell me? I'm just asking, test the water bottle. In the test the water bottle means, in the water bottle, what you will test? Can anyone answer? I'm asking, test the water bottle. In the water bottle, what you will test? Anyone?
By which the water bottle made? It is plastic or metal or copper, and
Excellent.
what is the capacity?
Yes, correct. Brand, yes, content of water. It is accept cold water or hard water. Yes, correct. It's what is the content, like liter or 500 ml or yes, correct. That is only called scenarios. Now I'm asking, test the phone, iPhone, or test your phone, not iPhone. Test your phone. So first, if I ask you to test the phone, means most of the people are thinking in different ways. No, don't go into different ways. Simple thing, if anyone asks you to test any component, first you need to identify what I need to test in that. So now, good, excellent. In water bottle, what is, whether it is copper or it is plastic or it is silver or it is made by any other material. So first the thought should come. That's it. Your testing is done. Some people are there, how to write the test cases first. There are a lot of confused. Don't go with confused side. Okay, simple, easy way. A component is there, that is the water bottle is there. Now they ask me to test that bottle. So first I need to, what I need to test in this water, what I need to test in cap, the cap color, water bottle shape, okay, content like brand, okay, there are a lot of logo, okay, text, okay, there are a lot of things in the water bottle. Okay, don't think that only water bottle will get two three test cases. We can write more than 100 test cases on water bottle. Okay, so test scenarios you need to identify. Once you identify the test scenarios, right, then you need to write the test cases. So now this water bottle is what, copper. So test case condition is what, if it is copper, then only it should work. Okay, you, when you check the water bottle, right, it should be a copper, then only you can say that my test case is passed. So test cases is nothing but a condition. Like water bottle color should be blue, bottle should be blue. So you are able to see blue means your test case is passed. If the water bottle color is not blue, it is showing as a black, then your test case is what, failed. So this is very important, guys. Make sure that you need to check the conditions. Okay, it's not like a test case, how you will pass the test case without verifying. So you need to verify the test scenarios. Based on that, you need to check the condition. It's in requirements is clearly mentioned water bottle color should be blue. Just what is your role, just check the water bottle, it is blue or not. If it is not blue, then simply you can fail. If it is blue, you can pass. So test scenarios, test cases. Don't worry. Today I'm just telling overview. We'll see practically. I'm telling today only. I'm just telling what developer will do, what testing team do. The further sessions we'll do practically. We'll see live application. We'll see all the things, how to write the test cases, how to execute the test cases, where we need to post this. All the things we can see in the live. Don't worry. If you not understand, also not a problem, because the next coming sessions we can see all these things. Test plan, test scenarios, test cases. See, integration testing here also we'll do the integration testing. Once the integration testing is done, then we are going with what? System testing. Once the system testing is done, then we will do user acceptance testing like alpha testing and beta testing. Once it is done, then we can go with what? The production and implementation. Once it is done, then we can go with support and maintenance. See, this is the process. Testing means some people will be there, not required to learn manual, go with directly automation. You don't know about what is test scenario, you don't know about what is test cases, you don't know about system testing. System testing is very, very important. You don't know about user acceptance testing. Okay, so whenever you are learning, go with a proper way. Okay, manual nothing, just finding the defect and reporting the defect means no. You can ask these questions to any who are already working in manual side. Okay, ask these questions: what is BRS, what is FRS, what is SRS? Okay, so we'll discuss in deeply more things on this on coming session Monday. Okay, Monday we'll see this. Okay, thank you guys. Anybody have any questions, any concerns on anything? Anybody? Are you understanding or anything to change? So please interact, guys. Interaction is very, very important. Okay. So, okay. Thanks for your time. Have a nice day, guys. We'll see you on Monday. Okay. Thank you, guys.